Hello everybody and welcome. Let's go trucking in Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are currently in Romania, which is part of the latest DLC, the Road to the Black Sea. And SCS Software is making great progress of modeling Europe. There are a couple of countries still missing, but the latest DLC is fantastic. Also have Bulgaria and Turkey down there. And here the DLC before that, the Baltic states. Yeah, this is a new profile, only have about 12% of the map explored. Used to have pro mods, but every time new edition comes out or update, it can be a little bit unstable, so we're going to go with the vanilla Euro Truck 2. Yeah, Greece, or the former Yugoslavia, still missing, and here Scandinavia and England, have to revisit those, and next DLC is going to be Spain and Portugal. I think the DLC is called officially Iberia. And in one of the recent updates, I'm not sure which island was missing, right next to Italy, Corsica or Sardinia, but right now we have both. So let's go. I already picked a mission. We're going to go to a quarry to pick up our trailer. Just filled up the gas tank. And in the lower right corner I also included a wheel camera using my Logitech G920 racing wheel, and also a shifter and track IR, so we can look around in real time. Otherwise we have to use the mouse, and that could be a little bit tricky. And we have green. Looks like we don't have to go that far, just 20 minutes out. Yeah, I had really hard time recording Euro Truck 2 and American Truck Simulator. I have to play around with the graphics settings a lot. Especially when new DLCs come out. Tends to be a little bit more FPS heavy. Right now I'm currently using 300% scaling, and it runs at solid stable 60 FPS. Sometimes in bigger cities there are a couple of FPS drops, but recording is turning out to be most of the time a little bit laggy. We'll see how the YouTube encoding is going to go. But right now most of the settings are on high. I have shadows turned off, because honestly there's not much difference between having shadows on. But it could cost a little bit more FPS. And yeah, this DLC is absolutely beautiful. That's a big plant right here on the left side. Before this hole I had to deliver, I think it was 15 tons of kerosene. So it's going to be a short drive. Yeah, here we go, Rock Eater. And it's a little bit narrow. And I'm really excited for the next DLC, the Iberia. Spain and Portugal, like I said. Yeah, SCS Software is never disappointing, always puts out great products at a decent price. Just about 10 to 12 euros. And it's great content. Also for American Truck Simulator, last one was Utah, which is also great. I'm going to do a couple more videos driving around. Hopefully it's going to be enjoyable, and also the graphics are going to be acceptable. Obviously there are a couple of guys who have or are producing videos of American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck 2 with much higher quality, but I have to invest in a whole new computer to play this game at its fullest. So I have to have a external capture card, and for that another PC with a good CPU. But hopefully it's going to be alright and enjoyable. I loving this game a lot. Have been with Euro Truck 2 since I think the Scandinavia DLC came out. And before that I used to play the 18 Wheels of Steel, also from SCS Software. At the beginning I was like, yeah, driving a truck it could be really boring, but once I tried it, instant like. And have a lot of hours put into Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. Time well spent. And it's a little bit bumpy right here. Oh, it's a big plant right there. And here we are at our pickup point. Yeah, this game works best if you have a steering wheel, also a shifter and pedals with it, but it can be played with a controller or just keyboard and mouse. But I think the most enjoyment is going to be with this setup and also track IR. So this is our trailer. Let's just go like this. There's a pile of gravel right there in our way, so let's make sure to avoid that. Now let's just follow these tracks right here. Here we go, fantastic. Now there are a lot of plants here. Not really environment friendly in this area. So it's going to be a short drive, 3 hours and 51 minutes. Well, and this road is really narrow. We have to be careful with our trailer not to get stuck or damage the trailer. Yeah, there was that really narrow bridge right there. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but looks like the trailer is not that big, so... So let me out, guys! And keep stalling. I know my clutch is doing its thing, or not doing its thing. It's a little bit rusty, haven't been driving in a while. But let's go, here we go. We are at Hunadora. And this is this little narrow bridge. So you have to keep an eye on our trailer back there in the mirrors. And go slowly, not to damage anything. But yeah, this area is really well done. Also the latest, the Baltic states and part of Russia was great. And in ATS there's going to be Idaho, the next state which we can drive around in. Never been to America, but I really enjoy American Truck Simulator. I think I have more hours in ATS than in Euro Truck 2. The biggest difference are the road size. Here in Europe everything is narrow. And stop sign. Is there traffic? I cannot see anything from that tree. Oh! Let's back it up a little bit. And this could take forever. Traffic is coming from both directions. So come on guys, I don't have all day. And police. There are a couple more cars. From the right seems to be... Yep. After this car we can go. Nice. And 70. So yeah, I'm going to do a lot more videos in the future, in 2020. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more productive. Also, I set up a streaming page on Twitch, included the link, and 50 once again, slow it down. And there are a lot of these small villages. Yeah, so a link to the Twitch page is on my YouTube homepage. Check it out if you like. There is no schedule yet, just doing it for fun. But I'm going to upload VODs of the previous streams here on YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to stream a lot of different games, also a little bit of X-Plane 11, but I keep putting out flight sim videos, and maybe also streaming. I don't know if it will be enjoyable doing whole flights on a stream. Could be a little bit boring. And looks like there's a couple of hills in the area and small villages. It's really nostalgic to me. Everything seems a little bit familiar. I grew up in one of those former Soviet states. So the area seems familiar a lot. And we are going to the right. Is the coast clear? Yes. And here we have a couple of cabbages. And it looks like we are not going on a highway. Yeah, on a highway, speed restrictions are crazy here in Romania. We can do 100, but I think the truck maxes out at 90 kilometers per hour. But the scenery is beautiful. Really nice, this little valley. I think we are in the southwestern part of Romania. And later we are going to go to Bulgaria, Turkey. Yeah, basically everywhere. I want to revisit Scandinavia, Baltic states, and then do a little bit of American Truck Simulator. I have been driving around Utah a lot. Also, before that, there was the Washington DLC, so it's coming along nicely. It's a great addition. Price value ratio is also really good. I'm not that big a fan of DLC selling business, There are a couple of companies that seem to have a printer for DLCs and they just switch it on and keep putting those out. It looks like we are following a river right here in a small valley. It's really nice. So yeah, there are a couple more guys on YouTube, or actually many, who do a lot of great videos with Euro Truck and American Truck Sim. The one guy I've been watching doing ATS is Jeff Favignano, or I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his name, but he has a great ATS series. Also has crazy hardware for trucking. So it's really enjoyable. And there are also a lot of great mods. But I like the game as it is. Yeah, I have depth of field turned off, and there's a train right there going up on a bridge. Nice. Yeah, I have depth of field turned off. It just makes everything blurry in the background. But the game looks nice, except for the occasional flickering textures, which I can't seem to get rid of, but doesn't notice it anymore. Kind of like the Matrix. I see only blondes and redheads, brunettes. So yeah, the game engine is older. The developers keep optimizing it, and recently it received a DirectX 11 compatibility or support, and it works a bit smoother than, for example, the old DX9 or the OpenGL version. And a couple of winding roads here. Have to be mindful of the speed. We could do 80, but I don't want to flip the truck. It could happen. And this game is not my summer car. Fantastic game, by the way. I'm also going to be streaming that or record that as well, where you can just exit the vehicle and flip your car back on its wheels. And there's another plant up ahead. Man, this area is really not environment friendly. Looks like the map is taking us there. Vart. We have to slow down once again. 50. Yeah, small villages where people most likely brew their schnapps or palinka or vodka, and looks really nice. One more stop sign. We are going to the plant, yeah, or right next to it, and Craiova, that's where we need to go. Yeah, there are a couple of different layouts depending on how you would like to set up your transmission if you are using one. I'm just using the splitter, or kind of like a car transmission. But in American Truck it's another story. There are also low gear, high gear, and range shifting. That's a big plant right there. And let's take a screenshot somewhere over here. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit. Field of view is big. Let's get rid of the blur. Nice. Like everything sharp and clean. And do we need gas? No. We just filled it up. Whoa, 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 look at that crazy bastard. Think he is in Fast and Furious. And still 1.5 hours to go. It's going to be smooth sailing from here on, I think. Yeah, no highways yet. And seems like we have already crossed that river. Crossed that bridge when we came to it, or another one. Yeah, there was the wonderful addition of diversions, where there are roadblocks, mainly because of accidents. It was also true in American Truck Simulator, and now it is also featured here. I have kind of like a love-hate relationship, because they are quite often, and it's a nice feature. Looks great, especially when a helicopter lands on a highway or a truck is flipped over, but that means the exit where you need to go is completely closed off, and instead of a 3-hour drive you have to drive around 2 more hours. And a little bit of an agricultural area right here. And up ahead we have to make a left right there. And 50 once again. This area reminds me of a couple of farming games. So I'm going to check out Farming Simulator, where I can also use the driving wheel or steering wheel. And do a little bit of Stardew Valley as well. And nice little plug right there for American Truck up on the left. Petrin, no. We have petrol sufficiently. And 30 minutes to go. And looks like the town is up ahead. Yeah, these towns are really well done, especially in this DLC. Yeah, in bigger towns there is a significant FPS drop, especially in the evenings. Something with the lights does not agree with my video card. And a roundabout. I've almost begun to miss these things. There's a lot of them here in Europe. Haven't seen that much in American Truck Simulator. And let's stay at 40. Craiova, right there. Nice. I keep looking around, but it's really easy to lose situational awareness, also with track IR, and drift from our lane. We have to do the right here. Also, there's a lamp. Of course, when I came to a full stop, then it's going to go green. Oh, there's a swimming pool. Nice. Actually, let's stay in the left lane. Have to do a left, and there's a tram. Look at that. Haven't seen one in Eurotruck. There are a lot of cities that has trams, but this is the first one I see. Look at that go. Really pushing it. Yeah, tram drivers have to deal with a lot. Especially people tend to end up before trams, so they have to keep an eye out. There are some videos on YouTube what these guys have to deal with. There are a lot of idiots on the road. Yeah, this town is really well done. Nice. And we have to go into the left lane. Looks like we are making a left up ahead. But that's a police car right there. Let it pass and then switch over to the left lane. Politia. And up ahead is our destination. You can see it already. I wonder how SES, the guys from SES do these DLCs. Do they drive around and take pictures or videos, or just use Google Street View? I don't think so. And there is a scrapyard right here. And where is it taking us? Some kind of silo. These guys are doing something, chopping down trees. So where do you want it? Balkan Loco instead of El Pollo. No, there is another trailer right here. Really sneaky, just hid behind the bigger one. But we should be able to do it. Just turn around and back our trailer up into that spot right there. Should be easy enough, although I'm a little bit rusty. Like I said, haven't been driving in Euro Truck in a while. But that looks straightforward enough. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, a little bit more and... a bit too much. So you have to straighten it out a little bit. We could take this one, but let's straighten it out. Give a little kiss to the wall as well. Do it with a little bit more finesse. Now can I have it? Oops, once again, have to bring it up a little bit. Should have been able to do it on the first try, but there it is. And how's it looking? From the outside? Well, close enough. I'm going to take it. So yeah, that was the first drive in Euro Truck 2. And I'm also going to do a couple more in the future. So if you liked it, let me know. Or if you have any comments, criticism, then also let me know.